Hey diamonds, it's Jamequa and welcome to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a debt update. My last debt update video was about 10 months ago in 2019, so I'm going to be doing a quick debt update video so you all can see like where I am. If you haven't seen that video, I'll make sure I leave a card on the screen right here. So in today's video I'm just going to go over my debt, what I paid off, and what I have left. I'm gonna use an envelope. I think an envelope is very convenient because just in case I have like an extra dollar or two, I can easily just take this to the bank and pay something off. So I've moved on from the actual thank you card because it's not as convenient as I thought it was. But here's a little look of how I tracked my debt. If you want one of these trackers, I made them myself. You can comment below and I'll give you a link to my website so you can purchase your debt tracker. I'll be putting these on my website soon so you can order them. I'm gonna go through this right here. This part right here, it says, you can see I have Wells Fargo, Capital One, Discover, PayPal, and you can see the balances on it. These two were zero, and then it started at 1237. It started 6/1/20, and you can see that I've been making smaller payments on it. It went to zero, had to spend a little bit more, and it went back to zero. As far as PayPal, it was 2,632, and you can just see how I've been making payments. I'll get into this in another video, but today we're focusing on my consumer debt. We're going to update it with this one. The categories that I'm using are CashNet USA, Wells Fargo, Capital One, PayPal, Discover, student loans 1 and 2. I have the student loan totals when they're due. My limit, my initial limit, and then I'm going to update my current limit, how much I have left on it, and if I paid it in full or not. I'll just put a check right here. I made 2 copies because I might have to update it soon. Let me zoom out and just put the debt tracker on the envelope. Doesn't have to be perfect, just gonna put it up there so you all can see it. So that is my updated 22 debt tracker. It's on an envelope, so it's more convenient when I go to the bank. So CashNet USA gave me $225 to borrow. And I'm gonna say borrow because this is not money that I have. This is money that is debt. So let's not get the two confused. My limit was $225. It was actually $200, but then they put on interest and it became $225. And the amount due that I owe today is $0. So I paid this one in full. Wells Fargo, my limit was $300 and due today is $0, so I paid this one in full. My limit for my Capital One was initially $500, but now it is $750, and due today is $0, so I've paid this one off. For PayPal, my limit it was $2,800, but I think it was that because I went over, I was in the negative 100. The new balance on my PayPal credit line is $2,760. Now what I owe today from PayPal is $233, so I haven't paid it in full yet. My initial limit for Discover was $1,250, And my new limit is now $2,100, and I owe a total of $685 on my Discover card, so I haven't paid that in full. So these are my new updated numbers. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight the actual debts. CashNet USA paid in full, Wells Fargo paid in full, Capital One paid in full, PayPal, I do still have a balance of $233. Discover, I still have a balance of $685. From my last video, my debts, I do have a lot more categories, but that's also good for my credit because I have a variety of, credit cards and credit lines. Now, as far as my student loans, I am not paying on my student loans because of, you all know that there's a hold on all student loans until the end of the year. 12/31/20 is now $15,310, and the second one is $23,109. For all these cards, a month was $263. My minimum payment for Discover is about $20, and my minimum for PayPal is no longer $137. I think it's also $20. So I can actually use the money that I was paying off these cards each month. It's gonna be a big thing when I become consumer debt free and I can just focus on my student loans. I'm gonna pay off this one first and then pay off this one. PayPal and Discover, I owe $918. Let's go ahead and highlight that part. $918. It's $38,419. So we're not worried about our student loans just yet. So this is my updated debt tracker 2020, and I'm super excited to share my journey of becoming consumer debt free, completely consumer debt free. I'm trying to be a better version of myself every day, working hard, paying off debt so I can live the life that I want to live. And of course, I love listening to Dave Ramsey. He gives great advice. I'll be sharing my journey in more detail. The snowball method is working for me. As you can see, it has been working pretty good. I've knocked out 3 debts already using that method, and now I'm working on the 4th and 5th. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you loves later.